Hello, everybody. War Wizard here. Back with the third part to how to get better at Mortal Kombat 1 series. Sorry, it's been about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. It was my wife's birthday last month. Or last week, and she had a few days off work, so we were spending time together and doing stuff for her birthday, and it's just been kind of busy. So, but anyway, I'm back, and today we are going to talk about frame data and how better to understand it. So, frame data is like one of the hardest things to learn in a fighting game, somewhat. But once you understand it, it's kind of easy to understand. Um, let's see here. So, if you go to your move list, press square on PlayStation or X on Xbox, and it'll show you more information on these moves. And down here at frame data, you can see startup 6 frames, hit advantage 4 frames, active, block advantage 3. That's plus 3. If it doesn't have a negative by it, that means it is plus. You see this says 0 block advantage, which means you don't have an advantage or a disadvantage. -6, that means you do not have an advantage, but it is safe. So, usually this is the easiest way to understand frame data. Rule of thumb is anything -7 and below, or up, I should say. -7 and up is usually safe. Anything -8 and down is usually full combo punishable. Why do I say usually with -7? Is because some characters can full combo punish -7 moves. -7 is usually safe, but as you can see, Liu Kang standing one is 6 frames. So if someone hits you with a -7 move, that means you have 1 frame to land a punish. It is kind of a tight window, but with enough practice you can do it. So for the most part, -7 is safe, but sometimes there's some characters. There's not a lot of 6 frame moves in this game. I think Liu Kang standing 1, Li Mei's cartwheel special move, I can't remember what it's called, her little flip kick special move is 6 frames. And the thing about Li Mei's cartwheel kick is that it's also a mid, so she can actually full combo punish pokes on block. So if someone pokes and you're fast enough, you're good enough, you can immediately do the kick flip and get a full combo punish off of a blocked poke. Liu Kang's 6 frame move is a high, so you cannot full combo punish pokes with Liu Kang. And I think Kung Lao is the only other one that has a 6 frame move. Let me double check that. Yeah, his back one is 6 frames. So you can full combo punish -7 moves with Kung Lao as well. With back one, as you can see right here, I'm showing it is 6 frames. So there's 3 characters in this game that have 6 frame moves. That's the fastest move in the game, I'm pretty sure, is 6 frames. And only 3 people have that. That's why I say, for the most part, -7 is safe on block. Let me give you an example. So, shit, I gotta look at what it is. It's not challenge shimmy, is it? Maybe it is. No. So, Kung Lao's down back 2. It is a... Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? No way. It's supposed to be 7 frames. Or it's -7. Yeah, it's -7. It is -7 on block. It is a very strong move. You pair it with Goro and it's even more safe. But with Liu Kang, he's one of the few people that can punish this. As you can see the punish right there? Oh, I haven't played Liu Kang in a while, so didn't get the punish there. See, full combo punish. So, that's an easy way to understand frame data. A -7 move can be punished with a 6 frame move. That means it's -7 on block. You have 1 frame to get a punish. And that's why most things, because a lot of characters have a 7 frame move. So -8 is usually full combo punishable by everyone in the cast. So that's why I said everything -8 and down, the more negative it gets, full combo punishable. Again, you go to special moves or basic attacks, whatever in the move list, press square, and you can see all the frame data here. -17, extremely punishable on block. You block this, you get a full combo punish. So the easiest way to understand frame data, like I said, is anything -7 and down is usually safe on block. -6 and down is safe on block, period. You're not going to get full combo punished for that unless you're pressing buttons and get caught. But if you do something -6 and press block, nobody's going to punish you. Full combo punish you anyway. You can punish with a down 1 poke, but I mean, that's not really anything. Now, so you see how it says 1. That means you have 1 frame advantage. 3 means you have a 3 frame advantage. That is +3 on block. What is his? As you can see, Liu Kang's most famous and used string in this game is his forward 4-3. It is a mid and is -4 on block, which means you cannot full combo punish it. That's why a lot of Liu Kang players spam this. Because it is mid, you cannot duck it. And it can actually be plus on block. I think it's like +13 with Motaro. It used to be plus on block with Kung Lao, but now I think it's -3 with Kung Lao's hat. Kung Lao cameo, that is. And then you see people, they'll do this move because it is +2 on block. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure... Oh, it is a mid. Okay. Yeah, Liu Kang has a lot of really good safe and plus on block strings. That's why you'll see him span this overhead, his 3-2. His 2-2 is also +3 on block. So you do this on block. Here, let me see if I can actually... And then try to... Damn it. See that? It's a counter. So I'm +2 on block when he blocks. Hang on. Damn it, I'm messing up the timing. Sorry. Look at that. Counter. Plus means I can do a move before the opponent does a move back. So if you try to stagger someone with a plus string, and stagger means doing a string on block and not doing the whole thing. So if you do the whole thing, it is -4 on block. You lose your advantage. So that's +3. It goes down to -4. So if you stagger this +3 and someone tries to, do their string or whatever, you are going to hit them. And if you're good enough and know how to hit confirm, you get a full punish because you have a 3-frame advantage to do something before the enemy does it. You can jump, you can poke, you can do a string before an enemy can attack. If your opponent is not knowledgeable and does not know what is plus and minus on block, and you stagger this string, they're more than likely online. They're going to try to do something like their own string or something like that. So you can full combo punish them. Let's see what else is. So his standing 1 is also +3. You'll see a lot of really good players or pro players do this. They'll just throw out his standing 1 even though it's a high, because it is safe on block. It's plus on block, I meant, not safe on block. It is plus on block. So they'll throw it out there just to be plus on block and then throw something else to continue their pressure or to hopefully get a hit. But the thing is, standing 1 is a high. It's 6 frames, but it's a high. If the opponent's good enough, they can duck it real quick and then punish with something of their own. But, I mean, it's really hard with Liu Kang because the 6-frame standing 1 into his 1-2 usually catches people for a full combo. So that's the thing to remember about frame data also. Plus strings, you want to abuse them, like I said, on block. Like, you see -1, -3. The uppercut would be punishable because it is -9 if you're fast enough. But also things oh no, wait. This isn't the uppercut. Yeah, that's a poke. The thing with pokes is, unless you're Li Mei, you're not going to full combo punish a poke. Even though it's -9, the opponent is crouching. And most really fast strings that are, 7 frames, 6 frames, whatever, even 8 frames, are highs. So it is almost impossible to punish a poke unless you're Li Mei with a full combo. That being said, everyone of you that struggle with pokes, I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh, I am messing up, guys. I'm sorry. So, oh my gosh. If you block a poke, you can block back. Even if you're see how it says punish? Punish. Punish. Poke back and take your turn, and then you can do, whatever. Because they cannot, even if they're mashing pokes. I know a lot of people, complain about pokes. Oh, they just mash poke, they mash poke. You can block a poke and then immediately block back, and it's a punish, and you take your turn back. You can do whatever. You can do, I didn't do it fast enough. And then you can go into something like that for your pressure. Now, more than likely, they're going to be blocking when you go into your pressure. But you get to take your turn back and continue pressure and do your mix-ups or whatever. Just poke back. I know it's annoying, but if you just poke back, every poke in this game, especially now that Johnny Cage's poke was nerfed, you can punish with a poke back immediately. As soon as you block it, poke him back. Down 1. Some people's down 3s are pretty fast, but down 1 is usually the fastest one. Now, the good thing about people like Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, even Reptile, Li Mei, they have really fast mids that you can punish people for trying to mash poke. So let's say I block this. He cannot go for that other poke. If he tries to mash pokes on Liu Kang, he's going to get full combo punished. See how it says counter right there? Man, I need to get used to this PlayStation controller. But he has a very fast mid with his back too. Johnny Cage can do so let's say you block the first one, you know they're going to mash again. You can full combo punish them with his back too. A lot of people love mashing down pokes, especially like a Shao Kahn player. If you know they're going to do a down poke into another down poke, you can full combo punish them with a good mid. Li Mei, Liu Kang, Reptile, Johnny Cage, they all have mids that if someone is mashing poke after you block it, you can full combo punish them. That's why these characters have such good pressure sometimes, because, like I said, you know, you have this, and also this has really good range. So if someone pokes and you make them whiff, look at that, full combo punish. And, you know, Liu Kang has so many mids, because I know a lot of people's favorite things online is wake up down one. Wake up down one to stop your pressure. It's so dangerous to do that with Johnny Cage and Liu Kang and stuff because they have so many good mids. You try to do that, and Reptile can do it with his low too because it has such good range. That's why these characters have such good pressure, because the wake up down one usually isn't going to work because something like this is going to hit them. Here, let's see if I can... You know what? I do not know how to do this. Here, let's turn this off real quick. Where's the wake up? Oh, opponent type. Do I not have a wake up attack? Oh. I think I can only set him to do... Damn it. Here, let's see if he does it. He did not. Nice. Oh, because I have this. Okay. Let's see if he does it. This is why pressure with these characters are so good, because they do a wake up down one. See that? He can't do his wake up down one because of my mids. So that's a good way to stop the meta of waking up with down one or down poke, whatever. His mids. That's why Liu Kang is considered usually top 5 character. Johnny Cage is always, you know, top 2, top 3, because of their mids. Now, people are going to ask, oh, well, why isn't Li Mei higher up on the list since she can full combo punish, you know, down ones? Because it is very hard to get that conversion with her flip kick or whatever it's called. You have to use either Johnny Cage or Scorpion. You have to block the down one and immediately do the input. It is pretty hard to do. It is a very strict timing, because it's not like Liu Kang's, you know, standing one where you just stand there and press square or X on Xbox. You have to do an input for a special move to get a punish with Li Mei. But it is possible. I have seen, you know, pro players and stuff do it. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking. They're always barking at something. But anyway. I'm talking about pokes because of it usually has something to do with frame data. People are like, oh my gosh, you know, I keep getting poked out of my, you know, throw, or when I try to go into pressure with a string, blah, blah, blah. And that's because of it has to do with the height of the attack. There's highs, mids, lows, and overheads. Ducking is going to go over highs, which most moves in this game are highs. There are some overheads, there are some lows, there's some mids, but most attacks are highs. That's why pokes will hit you out of your pressure, is because they're highs, and people online will just smash poke, mash, mash, mash. That's why you block the poke, go for your own poke, and they cannot poke again if you go into pressure. If they try to poke again, they are going to get hit. You need to get in the habit of blocking poke and immediately poking back. Or if you have good mids and you know someone's mashing pokes, you can go in. So a good strategy with Liu Kang or anybody with a good mid is you go in for a poke and then back up. Even if they block it, and go for your long range mid, because they'll try to poke back, miss, and you'll hit them with this for a full combo. That's a good way to deal with poking mashers. Now, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, this move says, it's negative, blah, 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 -9. Why can't I full combo punish it? Because it is a poke. Like, this says -9, but it's a crouching poke, so you're not going to full combo punish it unless you have a 6, 7, or 8 frame mid, which you do not, except for Li Mei. That's why you can only punish them with pokes. Every low in the game, that strategy I showed you with Liu Kang also works well with Reptile because his back 3 is very far hitting. Omni-Man has a pretty far hitting mid as well that you can go in, poke, and if they block it, you backdash real quick. And if you're fast enough or they're slow enough, you can punish them with a mid, with a full combo when they try to poke back. So that's stealing your turn back with frame data. As you can see, this... now, another thing I want to talk about with frame data is flawless blocking. I know I talked about this in my first video. It's one of the first things I learned on how to counter Liu Kang. As you can see, his forward 4-3-4 is -4 on block, but it is -14 if you flawless block it. That is full combo punishable. You flawless block this, it is full combo punishable. Not all strings will a flawless block make it super negative. Oh yeah, you can flawless block the overhead too. His 3-2 goes from +2, but if you flawless block it, it is -8, which means it's full combo punishable. Flawless blocking is kind of like a perfect block on Street Fighter or a parry on Street Fighter. You perfect time it, and it makes a move negative enough that you can punish it. Now, people are going to say, well, how do you flawless block? This might sound stupid, but there is a lot of people. This is another thing about some of you guys. You comment on my videos, oh my gosh, who doesn't know how to duck a high? A lot of people do not know that. You don't understand. Mortal Kombat is like the Call of Duty of fighting games. It is the best-selling fighting game of all time. It's the most popular, and that's for a reason. Because casuals, people that play it for the cool characters, the fatalities, the story, those are reasons a lot of us play it also, but a lot of us also, take the game way more serious. But the majority of the player base, even the ones that play online, are casuals. They don't know, ducking highs and flawless blocking and all this other stuff that you guys think, oh, well, that's easy. Yeah, to you. These videos that I'm making are for newer / bad players. I hate to call you guys bad players. I'm not trying to single you out, but it's true. A lot of you guys aren't that good at the game. And that's the point of these videos, is to help even intermediate players. Maybe there's something that I show you that you're like, oh, that's the point of these videos. So all you people that think you're all awesome, oh, why are you showing how you can duck a high? Everyone knows that. No, they do not. Because a lot of people said, oh, thank you for showing me that. Oh, thank you, I didn't know that. So just, if it's easy to you, then clearly this video is not for you. Use whatever brain you have left to realize, maybe he's making these for new players, for people that don't know these things, and keep your shitty comment to yourself. But anyway, so how do you flawless block? So while you're blocking in the middle of a string or whatever, here, let's see if Kung Lao has something I can flawless block. Okay, nope, that is Looking for something that I can flawless block. So it looks like a lot of the Kung Lao strings, there's nothing that flawless block makes more negative besides his down 2. I don't think I can flawless block that. Here, we'll just... I keep forgetting to do that. That's actually hard to flawless block. I don't know what you're seeing. Oh, there you go. Flawless block. So, how do you flawless block? As you just seen I did right there. You hold block during the string, but the last hit, you let go of block real fast and hold it again. It's hard to do on this string. See that? I let go of block extremely fast and press it again very quickly. There's other strings in here that are way easier to flawless block, but once you practice enough and get the timing down, you can flawless block it. Now, there's some strings in the game, I have videos on it, that if you flawless block it, it makes the frames way more negative. I picked Kung Lao at first because I wanted to show you guys one of the easiest ways to understand frame data is, you know, Kung Lao's armor move is -7 on block, which usually means it's safe, but Liu Kang has a standing 1 that's 6 frames, so that means he has one frame to punish it. Maybe that'll help you guys understand frame data a little bit, because then you go through the move list and be like, oh, so this is -8, and I have a 7 frame move, so if I block this -8 move, I can full combo punish it with, you know, my combo starter that's 7 frames. If a move is 8 frames on startup, someone has a -8 move, they can block in time. It nullifies it. You know, you don't have an advantage or a disadvantage. What was I doing? Here, I'll pick Raiden, and we'll go King.
Chameleon. Movado.
I've been messing around a little bit with Movado. Haven't gotten there yet, but he seems interesting. So, back to flawless blocking. See how I flawless blocked it there? And then I get a full combo off of flawless blocking that. So right before the last hit lands, you let go of block and press it again really fast. So you let go, press it really fast. That's how you flawless block moves that you don't have a flawless blockable gap. And now I'm messing up. So, when the third kick hits, you let go of block. And then you press it again. You try to time it with when the fourth kick is going to hit you. If you're having trouble with flawless blocking, you just go into practice mode and set, you know, whatever character it is, like I did with Liu Kang. Set him to spam that move and practice flawless blocking it. A lot of moves in here, if you flawless block it, it becomes negative. I know Melina has some that you can full combo punish. But then as you've seen, Kung Lao, all the strings that were already negative, the flawless block is the same amount of negative. So there's no reason to even flawless block it, just block it. The thing with flawless block is, though, you can also do it against projectiles, which reduces chip damage. It reduces chip damage on everything. If you see a pro player, he has like no health, but then you see him somehow block something. If you look in the left of the screen or the right of the screen, wherever he is, it'll say flawless block, which negates chip and can usually mean that you can flawless block somebody's. If you get good at flawless blocking, you can do it to projectiles to negate chip. See that? Look at that. No chip damage when you flawless block. None. So if you get good enough at flawless blocking like the pro players, but anyway, you get good enough at flawless blocking projectiles like the pro players. There's lots of moves that you can flawless block, like Scorpion's Chain Spin, Raiden's Storm Cell, that can usually chip you out. But if you can flawless block just one hit, it might negate the chip and keep you alive. And then you can full combo punish and maybe even bring the round back. The more you practice, the better you get at it. The more you can flawless block projectiles, over and over and over. And another thing about most projectiles, this is kind of off topic, but you can duck them. A lot of you guys just hold block and take the chip over and over and over. Just duck them. Only certain projectiles are mids, and usually they have to spend a bar to turn it into a mid. But like 90% of projectiles are highs. There's some low ones, and then some of them turn into mids if you spend meter, but most of the time they're highs. A lot of you guys need to recognize what are highs and get good at blocking or ducking them without blocking, because then you avoid the chip damage, and they also don't build meter, because they build meter by using the special move and also you blocking it. So you're taking chip damage and letting them build more meter by sitting there blocking. Anyway, frame data. So, like I said, you press square or X on Xbox, one on, that's the standard in fighting game lingo, to look at frame data. See what is plus. This is plus on block, but a lot of people know that it ends in a high. This move right here, a lot of people know it's a high. You can mix into it to keep people from neutral ducking it, but a lot of people, good people, know that's a high. A lot of Raiden, I'll face like a not so good Raiden player that will spam that move. As soon as I recognize that he doesn't know that it's a high and he keeps using it over and over because he knows it's plus on block or whatever, I let go of block, the kick whiffs right over my head, and I hit him with a full combo punish. So that's something you have to watch out when looking at frame data. So you see on top it says move data, and it gives you how much damage, blah, 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 and then it gives you block type. There's high, mid, low, and overhead. If it says a high, that means that it can be ducked, and you can eat a full combo. Like, I know Smoke's, a lot of Smoke players. That's another thing a lot of people in the comments will do is, oh, no Smoke player does that. You are full of crap. I face Smoke players all the time, even at demigod levels, that spam his forward 4 because it is, I think, plus 4 or 5 on block, and it breaks armor. But they will spam it, spam it, spam it. So if they knock me down, I know they're going to go for it, and I duck it, and I get a full combo punish. I don't know why people feel the need to degrade when someone's just trying to help other people out just because they know that you can duck a high. But a lot of people don't know this stuff. Most people do not go into practice mode and look and learn at these things. They will not look at block type and see that it is high, ends in a high. So they just see that it's plus 3. So they're like, oh, let me spam it. No, you can't do that because you're going to face a good player that knows this. They're going to neutral duck the last hit and hit you with a full combo. So you need to be aware of that. You can mix it up, like you can do 2-1, which is also plus on block, and then throw out like a cameo or something, a cameo assist. And so then they're going to start to respect the cameo assist. So then you can hit them with a full string and be plus on 3 and go in for even more pressure or mix up. But anyway, that is mostly what frame data is. I know a lot of people find it overwhelming, but if you just remember the first thing I taught you, go into your moves list, or like let's say you struggle against like a Reiko or whatever, you don't know what to do. Go into his move list in practice mode. Scroll down, see what's negative. Be like, oh, this string is, negative 16. I can full combo punish that. Why am I letting him get away with it? And just remember, everything negative 8 and down is full combo punishable. Everything negative 7 and up is not full combo punishable. You can punish it with a poke to take your turn back, but you are not going to be able to full combo punish moves that are negative 7 and up. Negative 7 and up is like negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, all the way up to plus. And then negative 8 and down means negative 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way down. The more negative something is, the more punishable it is. As you can see, sometimes flawless block, like I was saying earlier, does not make something more negative. It's the same amount of negative, but it's also harder to flawless block. So, why flawless block? I mean, I guess to reduce chip, if you're a really good player and the chip might kill you, you can flawless block the last hit, avoid the chip, and it'll still be negative 16, so you can full combo punish. That's like more high level stuff. But yes, like I said, just go through, see what is negative and what is not. You can also learn what is interruptible and what is not by frame data, by the startup frames and stuff like that. Startup of 18, you can usually poke out of that, or even if you're fast enough, you can combo out of it, because startup frames of 19, 18, that's a lot. like Raiden's mid, it's good at a range if someone's blocking at a range, but it's so slow on startup. Doing it up close in front of someone, you can 100% interrupt that. Startup 21, like let's say you're Liu Kang and a Raiden player keeps spamming his forward 2-2, 21 frame startup, and you have a 6 frame standing 1, that means you have what is it, 17 frames or something to interrupt him for a full combo. This is why frame data is important, because you learn stuff like that. 15 frames. So you have 15 frames to interrupt him for a full combo with your standing 1, because your standing 1 is so fast. You do 1-2 into his special or whatever, or his cameo launcher, whatever you're using, into a full combo. You can interrupt that. Again, you go through frame data and you see moves that have that. These are the kind of moves that you want to use. Moves that have a 1 frame startup. Stuff like that. 7 frame startup. But his forward 2, 8, so it's an 18 frame startup. But if you do the whole thing, it's 21 frames. But 18 frame startup, you can interrupt that. If they're spamming it over and over, this is more of a high level thing that you have to practice, but you can interrupt that for a full combo because it's so slow on startup. The higher the startup frames, the more likely you're going to get interrupted with pokes and stuff like that, because it's just such a slow move. But I mean, that's usually for really good players that play the matchup a lot and can recognize the string. But yeah, like I said, follow the rule of thumb. Everything negative 7 and up is usually safe unless you have a standing or a 6 frame move that can be comboed into. But that's very rare. Like I said, I think only 3 characters have that so far. Armor also can interrupt certain special moves. So, like a Liu Kang doing this move. Oh no, wait. I thought I still had him on his. You can reverse punish it with an armor move. So if someone's doing this, and you can win the match, hit him with an armor reversal. A lot of moves can be interrupted with armor. You can interrupt, cameos even with armor. Like when Kung Lao. I mean, you can still do it now, but back when he was like +4 on block or whatever, the Kung Lao cameo hat, you could still armor through it just to make them respected. Like, you take a little bit of damage, but you can armor through it, and they take more damage, and then they're going to be like, okay, I need to think about my pressure more now, because now they know that they can armor through it. So if you go through the moves list, like I said, whatever character you're struggling with, and you look at the block advantage and the flawless block advantage. If it has a more negative flawless block advantage, that means that there's a flawless blockable gap that is kind of easy once you learn how to practice it. And then when you get it down, you'll be able to full combo punish people all the time by flawless blocking it. I showed you guys how to do flawless block. I explained the basics of frame data. I'm trying not to go too far into it and losing some of you guys. But it also shows block damage, how much chip damage, the move does. There's a lot of stuff. And as you can see, flawless block negates all chip on everything. Nothing does chip damage if you flawless block it. That's why it's so good to learn how to flawless block. I know a lot of people just want to go in, learn combos, and just play the game. But for the people that want to get better, want to learn, I promise you follow these steps and you will get better. I'm not the best player. I go on lose streaks constantly. To be fair, I try to learn a new character every season. It makes the game more fun for me. Or sometimes I'll use the same character but a different cameo. And so I'll trade wins and losses, or even go on a small lose streak. But once I get the hang of it, I start getting more wins back. But if you really want to get better, you need to learn these things, follow these things, and as I say in every single video, practice, play the game, get the timing down. Watch videos like this one or other people that show you how to punish certain things and what you can do against certain characters, and it'll help you get better at the game. Do not feel bad about watching these videos. I myself, even though I spend a lot of time practicing in the training mode, trying to learn stuff myself, even me, I'll be watching YouTube or something, and I will look up something that I'm struggling with and look it up myself. Because either one, I don't have the time to look it up right now, or I'm just not in the mood to figure it out myself. There's nothing wrong with it. You are trying to become a better player. There's nothing wrong with learning, even from other people. Even pros do it. You see pro players who are some of the best in the world asking people on Twitter, hey, what are some cool Movado combos that you learned? Tag me in them. I want to see it. Hey, pros learn from each other all the time. I'll watch high-level sets with, like, Ninja and Sonic Fox, and they're playing each other. And you'll hear one of them go, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's what fighting games is. Learning, getting better. There's nothing wrong with learning from other people. People who call other people out for that are just mad that you know how to counter their, gimmicks. Anyway, frame data is hard to learn, I know. But if you follow my rule of thumb, it is pretty easy to learn. If you see something has block advantage of 1, that means +1. You have a 1 frame advantage to do something like poke, go in for some more pressure, whatever. The higher the block advantage, the better you can go in with different things. Like if it's +1, your best bet is to just do a down 1 to steal your turn back. Or to keep your pressure going, I mean. But +3, you can usually go into whatever your best pressure tool is, like Liu Kang's 4, or you know, Johnny Cage forward 2, whatever, or forward 3, whatever. And like I said, you know, -7 and up, like -6, you're not going to full combo punish this. You might be able to punish it with a down 1 if you're fast enough, but that's just taking your turn back, because down pokes do have hit advantage. And remember what I said, if someone's smashing pokes on you, just block it, hit them with a poke, and throw them, or, you know, go into pressure. You take your turn back. And if you have good mids, if you're a Johnny player, Reptile player, Liu Kang player, you can punish people who are mashing pokes very easily. Do not let them get away with it. I showed you guys earlier how to deal with it. And yeah, practice, you know, flawless blocking to negate chip on certain things. And just go through the move list, you know. Go through the move list on your own character so you know not like what not to do, if that makes sense. Like my friend, he plays Kung Lao. I'm not going to name names, but he knows who he is. He spams that -16 string. It's just like Raiden's. It's almost the exact same. It's -16 on block, but he continues to spam it because he thinks he fights lower level players, and they let him get away with it, so he thinks it's good. But then when he fights higher level players, he gets pissed off when they, you know, counter it, including me. He'll practice with me sometimes, and I counter it with full combo. And I keep telling him, like, dude, you gotta stop using it. It is -16 on block. But then if you look at this, it's -6, staggering it. Without full, as soon as you add that last button, -16, full combo punishable. You go through your moves list and you know what not to do. Do not spam this unless you know it's gonna hit. Otherwise, you're gonna get full combo punish all day. Find strings that are, you know, safe. This is +3, but -7 on block. That means that if you flawless block with Liu Kang, you can full combo punish it. But if you flawless block it with anyone else, you're not going to full combo punish it. Yeah, but that's +3, you know, on block. This is the high. You also have to keep that in mind. Look at the block type. If it's a high, yes, it's +3 on block, but they can neutral duck it and hit you with a full combo punish. That's when cameos come in, you know what I mean? You mix it up. His 1-2 is pretty good. The second hit's a high, the first hit is a mid, the first hit's a high. But I mean, you have to be really good and really fast to micro duck that and full combo punish this standing one. Like I said, this is 7 frames. Most characters' fastest buttons are 7 frames. So if something's -8 and down, you can punish it with your fastest button. Just look at what your fastest button is. Startup, 7 frames. That means if someone hits you with a -8 move, you can full combo punish them with this. You just have to practice to get the timing down so you do not, you know, miss the opportunity to punish. That's why I say -8 and down is always punishable, because everyone has at least a 7 frame move. 6 frame is very rare for a combo punish. But yeah, I hope this helped a lot of you guys out to understand. I know this says -8, but you cannot full combo punish it. Why? Because it is a low poke. They are going to be crouching, so unless you're Li Mei, you're not going to full combo punish it. The fastest mid in the game, I think, is 9 frames. So, and I think that's Johnny Cage. So Johnny Cage might be able to full punish this, but the timing is very strict, and with them crouching, it's kind of a pain. But yes, -8, unless it's a poke, is full combo punishable. Because I'm pretty sure everyone, with Quan Chi's recent buffs, everyone has at least a 7 frame punish. 6 frame is the fastest attack in the game. There's nothing faster. Even pokes, I think, are like 6 frames. 11. Let me see here. like a down 7 frames. I think there's some pokes that are 6 frames, but I mean, it's a poke. It's not going to combo into anything. But yeah, I hope this helps you guys somewhat learning frame data. It's just kind of like basic math, you know. I know it's kind of, people look at it as like, oh God, I want to learn this. But once you learn it, it's very easy to understand. You get the, gist of it. You start to understand it more. But if you follow just my rule of thumb, what I said, -7 up is usually safe. -8 down is punishable. I know some attacks are weird. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Like oh my gosh, Chameleons. The ball roll. It says -17, but it is a pain in the ass to punish unless you're in the corner because of the pushback. That's one thing you guys will have to learn on your own, is what attacks have pushback. Like Kung Lao's diving kick, it's negative, but sometimes it's hard to punish because of the pushback. That's why you try to dash up and use your fastest move to punish. It can be a pain. A lot of people are complaining about this move because it's a free mix, basically, because it's so hard to punish sometimes. Just keep that in mind. Some moves, I don't want you guys coming in here and be like, oh, you're such a liar, I try to block this, but I can't. This is one of those moves that is just kind of a bitch to punish sometimes because the pushback is so significant that by the time you dash up, sometimes your attack won't come out fast enough. But if you practice it, you'll get better at that also. This is Chameleon Cameo, Melina Disguise, using the ball roll, by the way. There's some attacks like that have some pushback on it. But you have to take that into account, like, it's going to push you back a little bit, but if you dash up fast enough, you know what's coming. You dash up, use your fastest attack, and you can usually punish it. That's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to keep the videos coming at a more normal rate, hopefully. Like I said, took me a while to put out this video because I've just been super busy doing my wife's birthday stuff and all that. So, but yeah, I hope this guide helped you guys out. This is the War Wizard. If you enjoy my videos, please like, subscribe. If you have any questions or whatever, let me know in the comments. If you're here just to, say, oh, who doesn't know this? I might just block you because honestly, I'm just so tired of it. Like, you're clearly just being an asshole. There's a lot of people that do not know this. And, but yeah, if you say anything, that's another thing. I had some people saying, why you remove some comments? Some people are just being straight up hateful and racist. I'm not even black, and I've had people say, racist things to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, your comment's getting removed. Like, I don't know why you're going out of your way to be racist to someone who's not even that race, but also just making videos to try to help people. That's weird to me, but whatever. If you have any comments, questions, anything to add, please let me know in the comments. And I will see you all next time.